Alright, what's up everyone? Back again, talking about Hypixel Skyblock, the game that manages to combine the grind of an MMO with the reward system of a broken vending machine. Today's episode of Digital Pain features some of Ironman's most glaring issues, like the fact that gravel, a block used to craft arrows and build 2012 houses, is rarer than a stable Hypixel update. We're also going to talk about the beautiful abomination that is Shin's Auctions and the Dark Auction, where Ironman players get thrown into the same bidding pool as billion coin sweat lords. It's not really a competition, it's more just putting a guy in a wheelchair at the starting line next to Usain Bolt, giving him a thumbs up and saying, just believe in yourself, you got this man. Next up, we've got Modcraft, still milking Skyblock like it's the last cow on earth. Every video, the same recycled topic, dramatic music, a thumbnail that looks like it's trying to sell you an emotional trauma. Honestly, respect, if you can turn regurgitated ideas into millions of views, you've basically beaten the game. And to round it off, I'm diving into why some items not having RNG meters actually sort of fair. Yeah, I said it. I might catch a ban for that opinion, or at least a Twitter thread. But hey, let's get into this disaster. Let's talk about gravel. You wouldn't think gravel, literal bottom tier of Minecraft garbage, would be one of the most frustrating things in Ironman. But here we are. In normal profiles, it's a minor inconvenience. In Ironman, it's a psychological experiment. You have to basically have two options. Option 1, pray to RNGs as they stumble into a public server den lobby that actually has gravel. And you wait and wait, maybe an hour passes, maybe two, you start questioning your life choices. What do you find? A lobby with gravel. Good luck, some guy named XX_Ender420_XX is already there, griefing mining it like it's Bitcoin in 2010. Option 2, you can grind gravel minions, that's right. Commit to a full-on gravel industrial complex. Stack your island with these sad little slaves who exist solely to generate one of the most boring blocks in the game. It's like setting up a gravel farm in hell. Slow, soul draining, and entirely dependent on whether or not you hate yourself enough to wait for days of basic progression. And for what? A quiver update? A bowstring? Some pathetic craft that lets you barely function in early game dungeons? Incredible. Peak balance, 10 out of 10. Gravel is proof that in Ironman mode, the real boss fight isn't Necron, it's patience. Now let's get into the glorious nightmare that is Shin's Auction and the Dark Auction, or as I like to call it, who wants to be financially destroyed? So here's how it works. Every so often, Shin rolls up with his overpriced loot. Talismans, cosmetics, maybe a bow out of dragon spit. It says, hey buddy, wanna bid? But plot twist, you're Iron Man. You can't trade, you can't age flip, your bank account looks like it's been through the Great Depression. And Shin expects you to compete with normal profile players, with wallets fatter than Skyblock's wiki. It's not a fair fight. It's like taking a toddler and giving them foam shoes, and throwing them into the Olympics, or putting a guy with a broken leg into a sprint against Usain Bolt, while the announcer yells, good luck champ, the winner gets a reforged stone. You enter the lobby full of hope, maybe this time you'll win. Nope, some Chad with the IGN Necron daddy just dropped 200 million coins on a shiny rock because he felt like it. Meanwhile, you're standing there with 3.2 million coins in a dream, watching the auction timer tick down like your will to pray. Don't even get me started with the Omni exclusive item in Shin's Auction. Some of them are actually locked behind rep requirements and massive coin bids. So you grind reps for weeks, finally qualify, and then get immediately outbid by a guy who logs on once a week just to flex. Peak game design, absolutely flawless, no notes. If you're an Ironman player trying to win Shin's Dark Auction, I suggest two things. Lower your expectations, or learn to enjoy pain, because this is less of an auction and more of a financial beatdown simulator, and you didn't bring a wallet. Alright, so let's talk about RNG drops in Ironman, specifically what happens when the game hands you the same garbage for the 10th time, and just kinda shrugs, figure it out. Right now, if you get the rare drop that you don't need, or worse, already have, your options are, put it in a chest level pain, throw it into the void in a fit of silent rage, or my personal favorite, pretend you need it someday and slowly build a shrine of disappointment on your island. But here's a revolutionary concept. Let us convert RNG drops into something useful. Like, I don't know, on concave feathers, maybe something else, or something, that doesn't feel like flushing progress down the toilet. The fact that you can spend dozens of hours grinding a boss, finally get a drop, and then realize this is a wrong drop again. Psychological warfare, and there's no system in place to turn that disappointment into value. No dusting, no conversion, just vibes, and terrible curse vibes. Other games figured this out decades ago. Got a duplicate legendary? Cool, here's some currency. Skyblock, here's your 5th Bonza stack. Maybe use it as a doorstop. Give us a system called RNG refining, drop recycling, or even just sad boy alchemy. I don't care. Let me trade my 3 useless RNG drops for one Enconque feather, or shards or something. Give it lore, make it weird. I'll take literally anything over stuffing another useless RNG relic into the chest next to my dreams. Ironman is already hard. Don't make success feel like failure too. Now let's take a brief moment to appreciate Modcraft. The man, the myth, the algorithm manipulator. The guy single-handedly created more X to Hyperion series than there are actual Hyperions in the game. We're in what, season 15 now? It's not even progressing anymore. It's just a genre. Dude's turned crafting a sword into a literal lifestyle brand. And now, and just when you thought he was done, maybe he'd take a break, touch grass, maybe he'd look at the sun. Nope. Now it's Iron Man to Terminator, because clearly the only way to up the stakes is from grind 3 months for a stick to grind 6 months for a bow. He'll probably never use it because by the time you get it, the meta's changed and everything's on fire. It's impressive in the same way watching someone eat drywall is impressive. You're not really enjoying it, but you can't look away. The man's got the formula locked, dramatic thumbnails, 15-second montages, and narration like he's revealing the secrets of a universe. When really, he just dropped 12 minion slots in a dream. But hey, props where it's due. He's milked Skyblock harder than the admins milked the bizarre tax system. And that takes real dedication, or a complete lack of shame. Either way, it's working. So here's to Modcraft turning one idea into 15 playlists and making it look like innovation. Alright, time for a hot take. I know this one is going to get me exiled from 12 Discord servers and maybe hunted down by someone named RNG Hater 1337, but here it is. Not every item needs an RNG meter, and in some cases it's actually good that they don't have one. Yeah, I said it. Sometimes a good point is a grind. You never could meter every drop. Suddenly every rare drop just becomes a time investment. Not an achievement, no flex, no story, just a glorified progress bar. Congratulations, you turned your Skyblock run into a mobile game. When there's no RNG meter, getting that drop means basically nothing. It's less circulated, less inflated, and more valuable. Not just in stats, but how it feels. It's just not, I got after 90 kills. It's, I got after 1,400 kills, 3 mental breakdowns, and questioning my will to live. That's Skyblock heritage. But, this is huge, but that only works for items that are optional. Cool upgrades, flex gear, cosmetics, sure. Let them be full RNG roulette. But when it comes to items that's required for progression, like a key weapon or dungeon entry pass, or something that literally blocks the next phase of the game, yeah, no, that needs a meter. Because there's a difference between grinding for a reward and grinding just to exist. So in summary, keep RNG's meters off some rare drops and let them be chaotic. Let them be special, but for some critical path items, don't gatekeep progress behind a casino mechanic. This is Minecraft, not Vegas.